Hello and welcome to Science. We're going to be continuing with the brain and the structure of the brain, the different parts of it. This will help you with the 2E part of the work pack that you've been given. So we're going to be having a look at the cerebral cortex today. So if I just quickly whiz up a picture of it, here we go. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the cerebral cortex. It's the wrinkly surface of the brain. It's probably not too deep, but it covers about 80% of the brain. I'd like you, one of the things which will help you understand the development of it is to look up a railway worker from the past called Phineas Gage. So if you do a little bit of research around Phineas Gage, that will show you how our understanding of how the brain works has started to develop. Modern day techniques are able to elicit a lot more understanding about the different parts of the brain and how they work. So going back to the cerebral cortex, it's got a very wrinkled surface. It's in two hemispheres, so you've got the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. The left hemisphere, rather confusingly, controls stuff on the right-hand side of the body, and the right hemisphere, rather confusingly, controls stuff on the left side of the body. The things it tends to be used for are the senses. So we've got, if you can see on the diagram there, you can see we've got the vision areas, we've got the hearing areas, and we've got some at the front, we've got where the emotions are controlled. You don't need to know each of the different areas of the brain, just to show that the different parts of the cerebral cortex have specific jobs. So it's used for senses, it's used for language processing, it's used for memory, behavior, and consciousness. So the cerebral cortex has a lot of different jobs that it's needed to do. So a lot of information in that little bit there. So to test yourself from what I've just said, feel free to pause, go back over it, and your own research as well. But to test what you do, an exam style question would be something like, if Matt shuts his left eye when lining up a pool shot, which area of the brain would be active? And that will be a 2-mark question. So have a pause, have a think about that question, have a go at it, and I'll give you some hints in a sec. Okay, so the first bit, obviously, it's a which type of question. So it doesn't need to go into too much detail of the whys, you just need to state what parts of the brain would be active. Now, the key parts of the question were, as mentioned, the left eye, and what area of the brain, which area of the brain will be active. So, because you've got a specific eye, I've closed the left eye, so information is coming from my right eye in, which means it's going to be the left cerebral cortex, in the left cerebral hemisphere, that will be being active. So that will be a mark for saying it would be the left side, because that's where the information is coming on the right side, so it's processed on the left side. And then you can say it's going to be the sensory area, specifically for vision, because you're dealing with information coming with the eye, that will be active. So those 2 points will get you the 2 marks. Thanks, that's just a nice quick one on the cerebral cortex.